You tended my heart, you gave me all you made. I will sing your praises, unimaginable. You've been my comfort.
It is lovely when our listeners interact with us in real time because, I played Adonai from Symphonic Music featuring Manuel Bless, and I'm just getting to a WhatsApp and seeing a message from someone that says, that's Manuel's number. Having him in the studio would be amazing. I think we've been talking about having him. It's good to have his number. We're going to call him. Let's see if we can call him on the radio. Let's see how that goes. But right now, we're about to get into a Flourish series. We have with us a great guest to help us dive into our conversation this morning on insurance. Flourish series right here on the I Am Drive. Stay with us.
Sunny FM brings you an inspiring and empowering series, Flourish. Join us Monday to Friday for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and personal stories that will motivate and empower women to flourish 360. We'll be diving into topics that matter to women the most. Flourish is more than just a series. It's a supportive community where women can share the experiences, learn from each other, and grow together. Don't miss out. Tune into Sunny 88.7 FM for Flourish. Let's flourish together. Sponsors: Bulk Bites, List J, Halux, Sunny Goat, Brunswick, the Gold Coast Restaurant and Lounge, and Deva.
Thank you as for joining us on your Positive Soul Music station this morning. We are on to our Flourish series now. And many women are taking bold steps, building businesses, investing in themselves. They're caring for their children, they're supporting families and planning for the future. But while we work hard to build our lives, how often do we think about protecting what we have built or protecting what we are building? And today on Flourish, we're talking about insurance, what every woman must know. It's the Flourish series for every woman, from the importance of insurance to the different policies that women should consider, especially for entrepreneurs, working women, and stay-at-home women. We'll also be addressing some common misconceptions people have about insurance. And guiding us through this conversation is an insurance broker. We have Ama Koomson. What did I want to do with your name? We have Ama Koomson with us in the studio. She's a chartered insurance practitioner and professional broker. For me, most importantly, she's an ardent Sunny listener.
Oh, yes.
I love that. I love that. Oh, yes.
Over 15 years of listening to Sunny.
15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
my radio
awesome.
is always on Sunny, logged on Sunny, anytime, any day.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Would you like me to call you Hannah or Ama this morning? Ama works
Ama,
perfectly.
the insurance broker.
So, if you've ever heard a voice from Ama, the insurance broker, that's her in the studio with us right now. So, Ama, I'm glad to welcome you into the studio of Sunny 88.7 FM. It means you fall into our VIP listeners. 15 years is a long, long time. So, let's get into our conversation this morning about insurance. I mean, there are so many misconceptions about insurance out there. In fact, some people think that is only for the wealthy, those who have made it in life. But from your experience, what are some of the biggest myths people have about insurance? Let me mention that we are live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Please download our app on Sunny TV GH. Download our app so you can follow our conversation. If you have a question, you have a comment, as Ama is sharing with us this morning, you can send it to 0540 130 684. I'm sure somebody may want to touch on claims today. Ama is right here, 0540 130 684. So Ama, what in your experience, some of the biggest myths people have about insurance?
All right. Thank you very much, JJD, and good morning to you and your listeners. It's a pleasure being here. I'm very glad to do this once again. Before we even touch about the misconceptions, JJD, let's talk about what insurance basically is. So insurance is basically a risk transfer. You are transferring your risk. You have a risk, and you say you will not be able to contain your risk should anything occur. Okay. So it's more like planning your life financially against uncertain times. We live in a world where they are full of uncertainties. Yeah. We are here today, tomorrow you are sick, or we don't pray it happens, but you may get an accident, you become disabled. You may have a business running. I mean, even with this place, you'll be in the house and you may hear somebody saying, hey, there's fire at Sunny, God forbid. But
We've had a fire here at Sunny before. We actually lost one of our staff, a young man. It was in our production studio.
So unfortunate.
Yeah.
And this is something that you've built over the years, over 2 decades. And just because of one fire, you lose everything. So for an insurance company to say, okay, I know of these things, they will happen regardless. So let's find a way and protect it. And you trying to take your risk to them, you pay something small to them as premium, which we call it premium, but basically it's the amount you pay to them. Now, back to your question about the misconceptions and then the myth. You know, people think insurance, first of all, is expensive. Yes, and it's for the wealthy. That's what you said. But, you know, think about it. A wealthy person already has money. So should anything happen right now, he could say, okay, maybe I have a car. The car costs $50,000. Flood or fire, or I got an accident. I can easily get $50,000 from the bank or from my account and buy a new car. But JJ, I don't know. Do you have $50,000 in your account this morning?
At the moment, I don't.
You get it in the future. So basically, it's even for we, the ordinary people, because we don't have that money sitting somewhere doing nothing for us to kind of replenish what we've lost. So yes, one, it's not for the worthy, it's for the ordinary person.
Okay.
Then secondly, some would say, insurance companies do not pay. When I have a claim, nobody minds me and all that. You know, insurance is a contract. And for contracts, they come with terms and conditions, right?
Yeah.
So there could be so many reasons why an insurance company may not honor your claim. One, it could be that during the time that you were even going to buy the policy, you did not disclose certain material information that they needed to put you on cover. Two, perhaps as you are driving your car, perhaps you'll be even using an expired insurance. Your insurance has expired. Some people forget to renew their insurance.
I've forgotten a number of times, so the police stopped me and I had to beg.
Yes.
I didn't realize it had expired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even before you drive a car, you must also be roadworthy.
Exactly.
Some also forget to even renew their roadworthiness, right? So they become unworthy on the road.
Yeah.
So there are so many reasons why insurance companies may not pay your claim. So basically, these are some of the myths, but hey, we pay claims. And insurance is for the ordinary person, not just the rich. Okay.
Insurance is for the ordinary person, not just the rich. Well, Ama, you have someone here listening. Says, "Hi, Sunny. Tell Ama Zara is listening."
Oh, Zara, hi.
Yes. You have some people out there tuned in. So Ama, why should insurance? You've talked about the importance of insurance, and I mean, many women are wearing many hats lately, carrying many responsibilities. What would you say is the major reason why any woman listening this morning should make insurance their priority? And then we get into the different kinds of policies you think they should consider.
Good. Like you mentioned, women, we wear many hats. As I'm sitting here, I'm a wife. I'm a business owner. I'm the CEO of Guardrisk Limited Insurance Brokerage. I am a mother. I have my private business. I have my, we call it side hustle.
Oh, your papa you do on the side.
Yes. I'm also a daughter. I have a mother, I have a father, I have my
siblings.
Yes, my siblings as well. So there are so many things that women we carry. We wear many hats. And because of that, it's very, very important that as we are caring for every other person, we must also care for ourselves. You could be a professional person, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be a business owner, you could be a stay-at-home mom. You must care for yourself as a woman, because like I said, life is filled with uncertainties.
That's true.
And if you forget to care about yourself, it will come back eating you up. So,
and usually the price you pay when it does come back to hit you, it is so expensive.
Very. If you think insurance is expensive, try not insuring. Yeah, the
I'll
cost
share
is-
my
is-
experience with you about when I crashed my car. I was sleeping behind the wheels
Oh.
when I crashed my car.
So sorry.
But Alma, when we talk about insurance, I mean, many women, we think about car insurance. Of course,
Yeah.
we're very particular about that. Then there's health insurance. And I
Yeah.
believe these two are very important.
Yeah.
But what are some other important types of insurance you believe that women should also start looking into, start paying more attention to?
Yes, yes, car, because it's common, and also the regulator. We are regulated by the National Insurance Commission. It makes it compulsory for everybody who is a road user or owns a vehicle to protect other road users, and as a result must have a basic form of insurance, which is the third-party motor insurance. And you can go to the extent of getting comprehensive insurance, which will cover your vehicle as well when the accident occurs. And yes, you mentioned health. You know, like I mentioned, you can be well today, tomorrow you are not well. We know we have NHIS, but it goes all the way to a certain limit. But then when you have the private health insurance, you know that you can fall on them for certain kind of services that the NHIS may have limits to. Then we can talk about the life insurance. So there's this anonymous, should I say, sentence or a phrase that goes like, if anybody depends on you, you need a life insurance. JJD, I know you have dependents.
I do.
I know you
I
have
do.
some beautiful kids,
I do.
a husband, and
do.
perhaps extended family members
I do.
who depend on your livelihood. If anybody depends on your livelihood, you need a life insurance. For women, most importantly, you know, these days we hear of certain diseases that perhaps used to be there back in the day, but were not prevalent as it is now. We hear of chronic liver cancer, we hear of endometriosis, we hear of all those diseases that affect women, right? And it's very, very important that you have these life insurance policies. When you have them, we have an extent to which these ones will cover for you should some of these critical illnesses before you. We also have permanent disablement or temporary disablement. JJD, I don't pray it happens, but most of us, especially when we are going to work, we are on wheels and we are listening to
Some
you.
people are sitting in Okada.
Sitting on
Yeah,
Okada and
yeah.
all that. Anything at all could happen. What if the unexpected happens and you become disabled? I'm sure you'll be home for a while. If you are lucky, your company will still be paying you monthly. If you're not, some company may, after a while, lay you off. What happens to you?
You know, as you're asking these questions, it reminded me of a conversation I had with a woman I hadn't seen for a very long time, till last Saturday. And she told me, Jennifer, I was bedridden for close to a year.
Mercy.
And I don't think she saw this come. These are things you're not warned about.
Nobody thinks
and
about
sometimes
it.
these things come up.
Yeah. So then what happens? But when you have life insurance will cover you against the critical illness. It will also cover you against that temporary disablement or permanently disabled. In case you are not able to even work again at all, it will cover you. And then the most important thing is death. You know, the only certainty in life is that everybody will go. We just pray for long life as we live, but we will go regardless. So what if you go and your dependents, what happens to them? Even if it's not you, could be your spouse.
Yeah.
I spoke about stay-home moms. Stay-home moms could, because of the kids or some reason, may have to be at home and depending on the spouse. What if it happens to the spouse? Then what happens to the kids and even the mother? So it's very, very important we look at life insurance. Then, like I mentioned earlier also, women are into businesses.
A lot.
Entrepreneurs. Imagine you having maybe a wig business, you having a bakery, you having any small business in a shop, in a container, whatsoever it is, and you have no insurance for that. And there's fire, there's flood, there's any of these things happening to your shop one day, what happens?
And you wake up one day, you drive to your shop, and
everything is
what you
gone.
thought you left the day before, you don't go and meet the same thing.
No.
It's all in
There could
ashes.
be burglary too.
Exactly.
You go and somebody had broken into your shop and made away
Everything is
with
gone.
everything. Imagine starting over. I mean, nobody wants to go through that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
So it's very important that as business owners, we protect the things that we've worked tirelessly for. So if you work so much for it, why don't you protect it? Why would you rather wait when it happens than you're blaming maybe the government or blaming somebody or whatever? You know, as Christians, the Bible says that Christ is unto us wisdom and power. So the power bit, we pray that everything works out for our good. But the wisdom part is there's an insurance that we can fall on anytime. Yeah.
Ama, I think I want to take you into home insurance.
Yeah.
Let's say someone is renting a place from their landlord and there's a fire. I mean, before we're even renting, do we need to be asking these questions, whether the home is insured? Is it my responsibility as the person renting to insure that home? How does this work?
Good. So from the rent control board or authority, a building, the responsibility of insuring the building lies with the homeowner, the owner of the building.
Okay.
But you as a tenant, what's very important to you is the things that are in your room or your apartment. So we have what we call content insurance. So like your TV, your fixtures and your fittings, like the ACs, you have very important assets in your room. It's very, very important that those things that you worked hard for, some even buy them on high purchase, lease agreement. It's very important that you take insurance for those things. You can also have an arrangement if perhaps you are the only inhabitant of the property and the landlord do not have insurance. You can have an arrangement or conversation with the landlord on having insurance on it and whether he could even agree to you perhaps taking it from your rent, because you are protecting what concerns him most, and you too, you are protecting what is important to you. So it's very, very important that both the landlord and then the tenant consider what is their why and why they have to do insurance for them.
This is the Flourish Series on Sunny FM. This morning we're joined by Hannah Ama Koomson. She's a chartered practitioner. She's an insurance broker, and she is with us on the I Am Drive right on Sunny 88.7 FM. We are talking insurance this morning, all that we need to know, some decisions you may need to make in this regard concerning your life as a woman. And we'll be getting into another area that I believe is also very important. Ama is a chartered insurance practitioner and professional broker. And Ama, let me get on Facebook to see some messages we have here. If you've joined in if you're listening in, you can join in the conversation. You have any question, any comment, you can send that to 0540-130-684. Ama is here to assist you this morning. She's all yours, so let's drain it all out of her. MK McCaffrey says, Ama, the international broker. Gabriel Johnson says, my best insurance broker. Nafi, he says, Ama, great job. This one says you're doing a good job. Oh yes, God Risk Limited. Schneider is also listening in. Gabriel says you're on top of your job. Schneider says fantastic submissions. Ama, you have been able to convince me I need an insurance now.
Wow.
You're getting someone to get insurance. So Ama, let's get into this part where, I mean, for us women, we have different needs.
Yeah.
Of course, we mentioned entrepreneurs. There's a corporate woman. There's the freelancers, those who are doing remote jobs. There's the single mothers, the stay-at-home moms, the wives. How would you say it is important that we're ensuring that insurance is fitting into no matter the lifestyle you're having, that no matter where you find yourself, no matter the category, that you're making this a priority? All right. If you can touch on this.
So there's insurance for everybody. Like I mentioned, if you are an entrepreneur, it's very important that you insure your business. You know, JJ, you can actually insure the revenue that you lose in case you are not able to work. So we have what we call business interruption. Your business got interrupted because there was fire, because there was flood, and you couldn't work.
Business interruption
insurance. So that period for which you cannot work, there's an insurance that you can take for it. Then as you are home, the revenue that you would have lost, the profit that you would have lost, insurance will pay for that.
Ama, tell me more about this.
Yeah.
Is it for corporate entrepreneurs? Anyone?
Yeah. So for corporate organizations, business owners, immediately you have a fire insurance policy which caters for your business and such losses like the fire, the flood, the windstorm, which takes away your livelihood. The time time that it would take you for you to rebuild your business, the insurance company will pay that time for you. The amount of money you might have lost during that period, the insurance company will pay for you. So anytime you are taking, as a business owner, when you are taking a policy like an asset or risk or the fire insurance I spoke about, also acts of loss of revenue, which is the business interruption. And if you don't know how to go about it, always contact me. I'll leave my contact.
Ama, the insurance broker.
Then I'll talk about the stay-home moms. Like I mentioned earlier, our case depends on us. Perhaps we are doing so much for our families, but when perhaps we are thinking that our spouses may take care of our insurance needs, and our spouses do not do that, or perhaps at their blind side they put somebody there as beneficiary when you are not, then what happens? So always also make sure that if you are thinking that your spouse has an insurance, you must make sure that you are the right beneficiary, you and your kids are the right beneficiary under the policy. And
if you cannot ascertain, you probably should start working something out for yourself.
That's what I'm coming to. So, we give us, let's say our husbands give us stipends at the end of the month or to get groceries.
Yeah.
You know how wonderful we are as women. We are able
we are very wonderful.
We are able to get some of the money to buy wigs.
Exactly.
To go have our manicure and pedicure.
Yeah, some massage as well.
But JJ, can I tell you that you can get an insurance as low as 200 cedis to cater for you every month.
Wow.
And you cannot get a wig as low as 200 cedis.
That's true.
So you know that you can't say you don't have money.
Even if you get that wig, it's not nice.
You
that
see?
wig is not nice. When you step out, everybody can tell you're wearing a cheap wig.
Exactly. So you cannot say you don't have money, because insurance is not expensive at all. It depends on where you go and for. So it's not expensive at all. So even a stay-home mom can have it. Then let me talk about the professionals. JJD, I know you do arts. I'm following you
artist, yes,
for a while. You do PR and all that. It's more like a professional sort of field that you are. Should your ad cause damage or injury, or even let's use Sunny FM as an example. Sunny FM is a radio station. Should any of your activity cause reputational damage to somebody, the person can sue you. It's called libel. The person can sue you. And if Sunny FM do not have any insurance that covers for that, then what happens? It means you have to pay out of pocket. Because some, it's this our type are well that some people don't take serious consideration when it comes to legal matters, but it's not the same everywhere. And even now, people are becoming conscious of it. You publish something against somebody, the next time you are in court, you get it. So all professionals, even if you're a doctor, you're a journalist, you're an architect, my field like this, as I'm giving an advice, I'm giving an education. If I don't give the right education and somebody based or takes my advice and gets injury or death or gets financial loss as a result of my advice, then my insurance has to take care of it. It's called professional indemnity. So no matter who you are, which field you have to get insurance to cover for your needs.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What an insightful conversation with Ama this morning. And this one says, this from Ruth from Vanguard. She says, go girl, great job. And I want to find out from Ama why she went into insurance. Ama, tell me about it. Let's go into you.
I think
what led you into that field?
All right. If you watch me, you realize that naturally I like talking. So anything that comes with talking, advising, meeting people, interacting is where I find interest in. So I'm a very good marketer. I'm a very good sales girl. So yeah, I think when I went to the university, I actually wanted to do accounting. Okay. But when I got in there, I realized the figures were not balancing for me. The figures were not balancing for me, and I found the insurance is very technical. I love to read a lot. Okay. And do the marketing bit as well. So if I could use the voice God has given to me, the talent that I have to help others rebuild their lives in case there's misfortune, is something that I'm all for it. So this is what I studied in the university. This is what I've been doing for the past 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, we are doing well.
Wow. We thank God. Alfie B is watching, says life, you can have multiple, but not in general insurance. I think she's referring to life insurance. We're just about wrapping up this morning. And based on the work you've done for 12 years, the experience you have, what we're discussing this morning, if you could stand on the rooftop and shout at the top of your voice for every woman listening, wherever they are around the world, what would you finally like to leave with them?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So every woman watching me this morning, just know that one, insurance is not expensive at all. And anybody, depending on your field, whether you were a professional, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a stay-home mom, you can have an insurance policy of some sort. Secondly, insurance may be technical. That's why it's very important to engage a broker, an insurance broker, to help you understand the technicalities of insurance. You know, insurance is a contract and it comes with lots of conditions, terms, warranties and all. So get somebody who can explain them to you clearly, so that you know that, okay, before the claim or before the policy, this is what I'm supposed to do. During the policy period, this is what I'm supposed to do. When they say claim, this is what I'm supposed to do. These are the information I must provide to the insurance company to make everything easy for me. Do you get it? Yeah. And the next one is insurance is not for the wealthy. Alone. It's for the ordinary people. It's for everybody. So don't shortchange yourself. Always make sure that you get something that works for you. And if you are in doubt or you don't know how to get it, just contact me. I will help you. Yeah, so that's it.
That's Ama, our insurance broker. I was going to share my situation with you a few years ago when I think I took up too many gigs one weekend. So from an all night, I went to MC a program. Then I had to head over to another wedding. I'm a pesicao, so and I was pregnant at that time. So from one program to the other, then I was driving. I realized I was feeling sleepy, but I said, "Oh, let me get to the house." Ama, I was on the road and I heard boom, and immediately my eyes opened. I realized I had been sleeping behind the wheels, had got into a traffic light. The car in front of me had stopped, and I just run into him. I got out of the car. I'm like, oh boy! So a few people came to help me. Now, the damages to my car cost me well over 15,000 Ghana cedis if I did not have insurance on my car, and I had to cough up that money. Maybe I could have, but I'm thinking I could have done a lot of things with that money. So, I mean, that was when I went like, you know what, I'm not going to ever stop having insurance. And I was glad I'd done comprehensive insurance on that car that time. Before I was doing, Kwanche.
Yeah.
But on that car, I had comprehensive, and the peace of mind I had knowing that my insurance company was going to take care of it. I mean, I can't pay enough for that. And I said we're wrapping up, but there's a question here I wish you can address before we go. David Johnson says, can one insure for a life policy with different companies? Would there be any issues at the point of claiming? If you can touch on that.
Okay, so unlike general insurance policies where you cannot insure your car with one car with two insurers or more than one insurer, life insurance is not like that. So life insurance, I can have company A insuring for myself and my spouse against critical illness, death, disablement. I can go to company B and also insure for even the same thing, or insure against maybe my income, that in case I lose my job, I want the insurance company to be paying me till the time that I get a new job.
There's no limit to it at all?
No limit to it. Unlike general, it's general that you cannot insure one subject matter with different insurance companies. But for the life insurance, you are free to do that. I have different policies with different insurance companies. Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
for
I
life,
think if I say give me records of your insurance, like
yeah.
it will be a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Ama, thank you so much for joining us
JJD.
this morning. We've had Ama on the show this morning. Ama is let me mention a full name. Ama Koomson is a chartered insurance practitioner, a professional broker. And I'll let her share her contact just before we say bye-bye to her.
Okay,
Ama?
so if you want to contact me, you can contact me on 0242 876315. And my company is Guard Risk Limited. We are located at Ajungano, right opposite Ability Square.
Okay.
We are very visible, so you can pass through the office anytime and then we can have a talk. And one good thing about being a broker is that our services to you is free. So you come to a broker, all the advice I will give you, whatever I will do for you is free. I get to be compensated by the insurance company when I bring the business to them. Yes. So
Okay.
you don't have to think about, okay, going to pay a consultant before you go and pay the insurance company. You are doing yourself a great deal when you come to a broker to get your policy sorted out for you. So that's my contact, and that's where you can find me. And I hope to hear from all of you.
You know,
Thank
just
you.
when I'm wrapping up, one more question I must say. Ama, so me walking directly to an insurance
Yeah.
company and me going to a
A
broker, I
broker.
mean, what's the benefit that comes? I mean, if
Good.
I can deal
So,
directly with the
Good.
insurance company.
When we started the conversation, if you remember, I told you that insurance is very technical. And for brokers, we are independent people or professionals. So as you mentioned, I'm a professional broker with the IBAC. IBAC is Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana. And what we do is we are independent professionals who have gone to school basically to understand the insurance policies. So more or less it's like having a lawyer. So you have a case, you go to a lawyer or a solicitor, and the solicitor helps you, understands your needs. So before even you get a policy or I identify what insurance works for you, I will sit down with you, talk to you, understand your need. When I understand your need, then I'll find out the right insurance policies that suits your need. If there's none on the market, we discuss with the insurance company to know where we can adjust, what we can do at
Become
what times
innovative.
and all that before we place you with our insurance company. And during the policy period, should you have any issue, you contact your broker to assist you. When you have a claim, you contact your broker. Your broker will take you through the procedures, everything that you need to provide, and then the broker will help you also facilitate the claim and then push for the insurance companies to pay the claim promptly. So yes, always contact a broker. Why would you not contact a broker when you don't even have to pay the broker for all the services that they provide to you? So before going directly to the insurance company, who yes may not have the time to explain all the documents, every details, every policy, every exceptions, every conditions to you, the broker has that energy and the resources and the time to do that for you. So it's very important to engage a broker before purchasing an insurance policy.
They say in Ghana, everyone must have a doctor friend,
Yeah.
a lawyer friend.
Yeah.
Am I missing another one? But I'm finding out this morning, you should have an insurance broker as
Yes,
well. It's
yes.
also very important. So if you're thinking, yes, I should have an insurance broker in my corner, Ama is the go-to person.
Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna let you share your contact one more time.
Okay. So my contact is 0242 876315. 0242 876315. So kindly save my contact, and my company name is Guard Risk Limited.
I think I found
Thank
it
you.
on LinkedIn this
Yes,
morning.
please.
Guard
Yeah.
Risk Limited.
Yes,
I mean, I'm
please.
gathering from you this morning that insurance gives us the peace of mind,
Yep.
the preparation where we put in also protection for the future. And so for anyone listening in this morning, whether you're building a career, maybe you're running a business, you're raising a family, or you're simply planning ahead, I'm glad we've had Ama on today to help us understand the importance of securing our lives that we are working so hard to. And people are working so hard. Some
Yeah.
people are not sleeping.
Yeah.
3-4 jobs. You're working so hard, but are you protecting it? And so we're hoping that this conversation encourages you to continue to ask the questions you need to ask, get informed, and make decisions that will protect both you and the people that you love. Hannah Ama Koomson, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming through this
JJD.
morning on
Thank
our
you.
Flourish series.
Thank you.